What's the hardest part of getting a home? Is it the down payment? Is it the financing? Is it finding the right home? Is it all the paperwork? No, it's getting started. In the next few videos, we'll cover the major steps of getting a home, from getting started to moving in. So let's get started. Your first step should be to find the best realtor for you. Talk to several realtors. What should you look for? Competence. Ask about experience. Look for knowledgeable answers to questions. Look for someone with the heart of a teacher. Reputation. Check for online reviews. Ask for references. Do you like them? This is the person that you'll spend the most time with during the process. Trust your gut. Many people make the mistake of choosing a friend or a coworker without looking around. Whoever you pick, you're trusting them to help you make one of the biggest investments in your life. Choose well. Next, you want to pick a lender. You should use very similar criteria to what you used to pick your realtor. Competence. Having the heart of a teacher is just as important here. There are a lot of options and issues that come into play. You need someone who is pleasantly willing and able to explain it until you understand it. Reputation. Your realtor may have a list of good lenders to check out. Do you like them? This will be the other person you'll spend a lot of time with. Again, trust your gut. Also, compare offerings. Use the annual percentage rate, or APR, which is a standard way to find the cost of a loan. It uses both the interest rate and the cost of acquiring the loan itself to give you a consistent way to compare lenders. Congratulations! Now you've got your team. So what's the next step in getting your next home? Getting pre-approved for your home loan. This is a term to know. Pre-approval is the process of giving accurate, basic financial information to your lender. The lender then determines how much of a loan you qualify for. The lender then can provide you a credible statement of your ability to purchase a home, the pre-approval letter. It is pre-approval because no supporting documentation has yet been provided to the lender. Why is a pre-approval letter important? Sellers expect it. It gives you a realistic idea of what you can afford. It makes sure that there are no issues that could disappoint you. It allows you to move quickly if needed. It gives a seller confidence in your offer. So let's go find your home. What are you looking for in a home? Is it the school district? Is it the location? Is it price? Is it how many bedrooms and bathrooms? Does it need a yard? What else? Different factors are important to different people. The best way to start is to pick your own top 5 priorities. These are factors important to you. Next, work with your realtor. He or she will have advanced search tools with access to detailed information. If you find something yourself, tell your realtor. They can get you additional information and provide advice on the home. Let your realtor shape your strategy. They know the market, the areas, and should be able to help you get where you want to go. Literally. Your home search. Use your home search to learn. At first, the biggest impact of your search will be what you learn about homes, about areas, about the market, and about your own priorities. Expect your priorities to rearrange as you learn what's out there. You may find that there are new factors to consider. What was important when you started may become less so as you go out and learn more. Your realtor can help. The best realtors will tell you what you need to hear, even if it's not what you want to hear. the offer. There's an art to creating a good offer. There's a dance involved between the seller, the buyer, the home, the finances, and the circumstances. The most important part of any offer is you. Why? Because the biggest potential roadblock to getting your home is letting your heart lead your head. First of all, you cannot fall in love with a home that you want. Why? Because it weakens your negotiation ability. You become afraid of losing the home. Next, you lose the power of walking away. If it becomes obvious to the other party, they may take advantage of it, and you. Finally, you may overlook real issues with the home. Another point, you cannot let your ego take control. If you get offended at a response, you will likely lose in the end. As well, your ego can make you angry. If you lose your temper, you will surrender power in the transaction. If you lose your temper, you can lose your ability to think through a situation. If you lose your temper, you can respond in ways you'll later regret. However, if you keep your head in charge, you will remain in control of your responses. You can think, plan, and consider your moves, and you'll usually end up with a better, more equitable deal. If you need to vent, talk to your realtor. They are one step removed emotionally and can help you think through the issues at hand. In broad terms, offers can be stronger or weaker even if they offer the same money. So let's look at several types of offers from the weakest to the strongest. Rent with option to buy. This is weakest because there is no commitment to buy. Owner financing. This puts all the financing risk on the owner, making it very weak. Contingency offer, where your house must sell first. This is as opposed to a straight offer where no house needs to be sold. Financing types further add to your offer's strength. Government financing such as FHA or VA. Conventional financing such as from a mortgage company or a bank. Finally, the strongest of all, cash. Cash is king. So what do sellers want? In general, simple offers are preferred over complex ones. Ultimately, the seller's core question will be, which offer nets me the most money with the least risk? So you've submitted your offer. How can a seller respond? Well, he has three options. The first is to take it. This is most common if there are multiple offers and the seller simply accepts the best offer in his or her eyes. In other words, there are multiple offers and you win. It can also happen sometimes with a single offer if it's very strong. The seller can also leave it, which is also most common if there are multiple offers. In other words, there are multiple offers and you lose. It can also sometimes happen with a very weak offer or a low offer, sometimes called a low ball. Finally, the seller can counter. He can ask for more money or better terms. He can adjust the deal as he wants. Your realtor can help you craft the best offer that fits your needs. They consider many factors in negotiations. They often do more home transactions in a year than most people do in a lifetime. And they can bring fresh ideas and a fresh perspective to the table that you might not have considered. The seller has accepted your offer. Congratulations! Now what? There is a lot of new activity that will begin. Your realtor can guide you through all of it. First, when the last person signs the contract, it's called the effective date. It means that a stopwatch is started for any time frames in the contract. There are a lot of deadlines in most contracts. Usually the shortest deadline is for the earnest money to go to your escrow agent. If the money is not delivered within the deadline, the seller can cancel the contract and you would have no recourse. Starting with the effective date, the inspection window starts. This is the time you have to confirm that this is a good home for you. There are three areas to work on: inspections, insurance, and financing. Let's talk about inspections. I recommend inspections for every client I serve. It's money well spent. This is not an area to scrimp on. It can give you peace of mind. It can uncover safety issues. It can uncover other potentially expensive issues. Use a certified inspector. Inspectors are not infallible. They may not catch everything, but they'll generally do better than a person without the standards and training. Your realtor may know several good inspectors, but the decision is yours. There are several types of inspections. The whole house inspection. The inspector will check the major systems of the house, such as the electric, the plumbing, the overall condition, appliances, and a range of other items. Termites. The inspector will look for evidence of active and past infestation. Radon. Radon is a colorless, odorless gas second only to cigarettes as a cause of lung cancer. Radon is present throughout much of the Midwest. There are other inspections available depending upon your situation, but you must complete your inspections within the inspection window. After your inspections, you will get written reports. Most valid inspections will find some flaws in a house. No house is perfect. Depending on the terms of your purchase, you will have 3 options: to take it as is, to leave it and cancel the transaction, or to negotiate corrections to the issues found. Corrections can take the form of a financial adjustment or the seller correcting conditions. A good realtor can help you decide which corrections are necessary. Note that you incur the cost of inspections regardless of what path you take. Today we're going to talk about the last steps to getting your home. As I mentioned in the previous video, the first of the 3 areas to work on during your inspection window is the inspection itself. The second area is financing. Your first step in financing is to get your contract package to your lender. They can then start to review the paperwork and start the loan processing. The lender will order an appraisal of the house to make sure the loan is properly secured. The lender normally waits until everyone has agreed to inspection-related repairs before starting the appraisal. Make sure you respond promptly to any request for information. It will help ensure that you get your home on time. Your lender will guide you through their specific process. The third area to cover in your inspection window is insurance. Have your insurer confirm that they are willing to insure the home. The insurer may ask questions on certain aspects of the home, such as the number of layers on the roof and other things. You want to have this resolved within your inspection window. By the time your inspection window is over, you should have the following completed: your inspections complete, your repair negotiations begun, your insurance confirmed, and loan processing begun. Stay in contact with your lender. Here in the Kansas City area, most transactions close within 30 to 60 days. During that time, you'll be working with your lender and your realtor. As you near your closing date, you want to make sure several things happen. In financing, get the clear to close from your lender. Also, make sure you get your closing disclosure from the lender at least 3 days before your close date. Make sure you review it. If you don't understand it, have your lender or your realtor or both explain it until you do. Once you do understand your closing disclosure, get a cashier's check for the money to bring to closing. Your realtor will guide you in addressing the check. For title to your home, make sure you have a title commitment from your title company. It's beyond the scope of this video, but a good realtor or title company can explain. Here is a checklist of things to cover before you close. Set the utilities to cut over on the closing date. Confirm your moving arrangements. Send out change of address forms. If you have children and you're changing school districts, make sure you arrange for the transfer. A day or 2 before closing, do a final walkthrough. This is not to find new problems, but to verify that the property is in the same condition as when you bought it, and to confirm that the repairs were satisfactorily done. The closing. What happens? You sign the papers for your mortgage. You sign the papers to transfer the home's title to you. Once the paperwork is received, the lender releases funds to pay for the home. What do you need to bring for closing? You bring an ID, usually your driver's license. You bring required funds. You should allocate about 2 hours, though you'll probably need less. And check with your realtor to see if there's anything else you must bring. You made it. You're closed. Now go enjoy your new home.
Count on me just like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You can count on me. You can count